Chapter 1. Overview of the Hmong people in Quang Son, Van Long communes. The Mong people in Quang Son and Van Lang communes have a long history of settlement, associated with their migration from the northern mountainous regions in the valleys and mountain slopes here. With a tradition of hard work, the Mong are known for their expertise in maize and upland rice cultivation, flax weaving, indigo dyeing, and silver jewelry making. In addition, their cultural identity is vividly expressed through brightly embroidered traditional costumes, spring festivals, the sound of the ken panpipe, traditional dances, and a rich treasure of folk knowledge. All of these have created a unique cultural identity, contributing to the diversity of Tai Nguyen province in particular. 1.1 History of Settlement and Distribution and Outstanding Feature. Quang Son and Van Lang are two mountainous communes in northeastern Tai Nguyen province, home to over 94,000 people, including more than 3,600 Mong, accounting for 3.82%. The Mong mainly live in hamlets such as Mo Ba and Lan Quan, former Tan Long Commune, Ban Ten, Lin Phuong, Tam Va, Van Lang, K Mong, Van Lang Commune, Lan Dam, and Trung Son, Quang Son Commune. In recent years, local authorities have invested in infrastructure and implemented policies for ethnic minorities, improving livelihoods and preserving Hmong cultural identity. The result of these spontaneous waves of migration of the Hmong into Tai Nguyen was a rapid increase in rapid demographic increase. According to data from the Steering Committee of the Vietnam Population Census, in 1979, Tai Nguyen had 644 Hmong people. By 1989, the number had increased to 2,264, in 1999 to 4,031, in 2009 to 7,230. By early 2021, the entire province had nearly 11,000 Hmong residents, living mainly in mountainous, highland, and especially disadvantaged communes. At present, more than 30% of Hmong households are still classified as poor and in need of government support in the form of loans for economic development. Protestantism has been officially recognized, bringing positive changes. The Hmong now lead a more civilized and frugal life, leaving behind outdated customs, avoiding social vices, and fostering solidarity. Economic projects, especially the buffalo and cattle fattening model, have proved effective in reducing poverty and improving incomes. Education is also prioritized. Thanks to teachers' persistence, Hmong families send their children to school, opening up opportunities for the younger generation. In their work, the Hmong show remarkable perseverance. From a past of shifting cultivation and nomadism, they now enjoy paved roads, sturdy houses, and fertile fields. Their traditional culture is also being revived, most notably the ken, a traditional mouth organ, whose melodies echo through the mountains, reminding people of past hardships while inspiring hope for a prosperous and sustainable future. 1.2 Process of Development. In recent years, with the timely attention and support of the Communist Party and the authorities of Tai Nguyen province, the lives of the Hmong in Quang Son Van Long have improved significantly. Policies on economic development, poverty reduction, education, healthcare, and cultural preservation have brought continuous progress, enhancing both material and spiritual well-being. Today, the Hmong not only preserve their traditional cultural identity, but also integrate and advance with the broader development of society, demonstrating the effectiveness of Communist Party and local support. From 2012 to 2023, Dong Hai District held the Hmong Culture and Sports Festival 5 times, attracting many visitors to experience the community's rich traditions. Meanwhile, Hmong students in Van Lang Commune actively served as cultural ambassadors, promoting their heritage to international friends, including visitors from South Korea. Chung 2, Cultural Identities of the Hmong People. 2.1 Traditional Attire. Hmong costumes have existed for hundreds of years, originating from the need to protect the body in the harsh environment of high mountains. Beyond their practical function, these garments play an important role in reflecting the wearer's social status, marital status, and religious beliefs. The costumes of the Hmong are diverse and abundant, often classified into different types based on color, material, and design, corresponding to subgroups such as Black Hmong, White Hmong, Flower Hmong, and Green Hmong. Each subgroup has its own way of shaping, combining colors, and decorating their costumes and creating a captivating multicolored picture. both unified in overall identity and diverse in regional variations. 2.11 Origins. According to many cultural researchers, Hmong costumes began to take shape and develop when the Hmong migrated from the Tibetan Plateau to Southeast Asia. In the process of adapting to new natural conditions and ways of life, the Hmong created clothing that not only met daily needs but also reflected their soul and unique identity. Over time, from the initially simple garments, they continuously innovated and refined their costumes, making them increasingly sophisticated and artistic. Each motif and each color woven into their clothing embodies not only material aspects of life, but also spiritual values, beliefs, and the community's aspirations, turning Hmong costumes into a precious cultural heritage preserved until today. 2.1.2 Different types of Hmong costumes. A. Black Hmong costume. The traditional costume of the Black Hmong is distinguished by its characteristic black color, made from linen that they cultivate, weave, and dye with natural indigo. The outfit typically consists of a fitted long jacket, paired with a wide pleated skirt that creates both graceful and dignified movements, along with the indispensable headscarf. On the plain black fabric, intricate hand-embroidered patterns such as diamonds, squares, and other geometric motifs stand out vividly, showcasing the skill and refined aesthetic sense of Hmong women. More than just clothing, the costume embodies deep cultural values, expressing identity, pride, and the community's sense of beauty. Especially during festivals, weddings, and important ceremonies, it becomes even more meaningful, serving as a vivid testament to the enduring bond between the Hmong people and their age-old traditions. White Hmong costume. The color white in their clothing carries profound symbolism. It represents purity, sincerity, and simplicity, reflecting the gentle and humble spirit of the White Hmong people. For them, traditional dress is not only a form of clothing, but also a source of pride and a cherished cultural heritage passed down through generations. On significant occasions, such as weddings, spring festivals, or ancestral ceremonies, White Hmong women wear these traditional garments along with headscarves, silver jewelry, and fabric shoes, creating a graceful and dignified image that embodies the unique cultural identity of the White Hmong community in the mountainous region of northwest Vietnam. C. Flower Hmong costume. The costumes of the Flower Hmong, also known as Mong Lin, are vibrant and colorful, featuring bright tones such as red, green, and yellow. Their costumes are multi-layered, including short jackets, long skirts, aprons, and headscarves, all embroidered with complex and meticulous patterns. This type of costume is characteristic of Hmong communities living in highland areas such as Ban Ten, Van Lang Commune. D. Green Hmong costume. The Green Hmong have traditional clothing characterized by deep indigo and dark blue tones, reflecting a warm, simple beauty that still radiates elegance and sophistication. Their outfit typically includes a long-sleeved jacket, a wide flared skirt, and a belt, all meticulously handcrafted. For the Green Hmong, the dark blue color symbolizes the earth and the sky, two elements that nurture life, while also representing endurance, resilience, and loyalty. 2.1.3 Materials and patterns. Hmong costumes represent a harmonious combination of aesthetics and practicality. Each detail, from materials and patterns to colors, carries its own charm, showcasing the craftsmanship and sophistication of Hmong artisans. Materials. Hmong costumes are mainly made from hemp fabric, hand-woven from hemp plants grown by the people themselves. Hemp fabric is not only durable, but also breathable, suitable for the cold mountain climate, making it convenient for daily work and farming activities. Patterns. Embroidery motifs on Hmong costumes often hold deep spiritual meanings, reflecting religious beliefs, connections with nature, and aspirations for peace and happiness. The Hmong typically hand-embroider geometric patterns such as diamonds and squares, or motifs inspired by trees and flowers. 2.14 Accompanying jewelry. For the Hmong, jewelry, traditionally made of pure silver or other materials such as aluminum, copper, and tin, crafted with delicacy and skill, represents not only a material cultural element, but also the cultural achievements of the ethnic group. Jewelry is not only an ornament, but also reflects the social structure of the Hmong people, symbolizing gender, age, and status within the community. Earrings. For the Hmong people, women often wear large hoop earrings. which carry the meaning of being strong, healthy, and hardworking. Just because of this belief, many Hmong girls choose earrings of considerable size, considering them not only as ornaments, but also as a reflection of their qualities. Some women even wear 2 pairs of earrings at once, making the adornment even more striking. These earrings are generally large and nearly circular, yet they vary in design. Some are shaped like a question mark, others feature 3 spiral lines. Some take the form of a crescent moon, while others are thin circular pieces delicately engraved with geometric motifs. Hmong people believe that women who do not wear earrings lose part of their beauty. Therefore, girls have their ears pierced at Tao to Bai years old and begin wearing earrings around 7 to 8 years old. Children under adulthood usually wear only 1 pair, but adult women can wear high to 4 pairs, depending on their family's economic condition. Though simple, earrings hold great cultural significance for Hmong women in Tainguan province in general, and in Quang Van Lang communes in particular, symbolizing delicacy, skill, and a close bond with nature. Necklaces. Necklaces are worn by both men and women and come in many styles, such as bird-headed rings with detailed carvings, crescent-shaped necklaces engraved with butterflies or spirals, etc. In daily life, men wear necklaces less often, and women usually wear only 1. However, during Tet holidays, festivals, and weddings, both men and women can wear 2 to 7 necklaces. Besides necklaces and bracelets, Hmong women also adorn their skirts and clothes with round or diamond-shaped ornaments and hip chains, adding more vibrancy to their traditional costumes. C. Bracelets. Mong bracelets are flat and wide, about 1.5 to 2 centimeters, engraved with floral and butterfly motifs in realistic styles, while round-section bracelets are more popular. On regular days, women usually wear only 1 pair, but during festivals they may wear 2 to 3 pairs. The carved motifs often depict birds, plants, and flowers, reflecting their farming life. Bracelets are more diverse than necklaces, made from silver, copper, tin, or aluminum, with silver being the most common. On the traditional attire of the Green Mong, the cuffs are decorated with silver tassels that produce jingling sounds when in motion. Originally, these sounds helped the Green Mong recognize one another while traveling in forests or working in the fields. 2.2. Festivals and Rituals. The festivals and rituals of the Hmong in Quang Son, Van Lang, and across Vietnam vividly reflect their rich cultural identity. Prominent examples include spring festivals, ancestor worship ceremonies, life cycle rituals, and agricultural rites to pray for good harvests and fortune. These occasions allow the Hmong to honor their ancestors, strengthen community ties, and express their aspirations for prosperity and happiness. At the same time, they play an important role in preserving and promoting the community's unique spiritual heritage, while educating younger generations about their traditional values and cultural pride. 2.2.1 Popular Festivals. A. Gao Tao Festival. According to legend, the origin of the Hmong Gao Tao Festival dates back to the past, when childless couples would organize it on a flat piece of land or a hilltop as an act of devotion, praying for children. At the chosen place, a ritual pole was erected, and at its base, a feast with wine and meat was prepared for villagers to enjoy and to offer blessings to the couple. This gathering also marked the beginning of the Spring Festival. In particular, the Gao Tao Festival does not have a fixed location each year. Instead, from the 2nd to the 10th day of the Lunar New Year, the Hmong gather at a flat piece of land near their living areas to set up a ritual pole, the sacred central symbol of the Gao Tao Festival. Beyond its spiritual meaning, the erection of the ritual pole also serves as a public announcement of the Gao Tao Festival. Once the pole is raised, people from the village and nearby areas know the festival will be held. Families prepare their traditional clothes, and young men and women gather around the pole to join the celebration. During the event, various folk games and performances take place, such as spinning tops, martial arts, crossbow shooting, pow throwing, ken dancing, flute playing, and antiphonal singing. It is also a time for Hmong youth to showcase their talents, connect, share stories, and even find life partners. The Gao Tao Festival embodies the traditional culture of the Hmong with its distinctive and unique features. From its original purpose of seeking blessings and destiny, the festival has now evolved into a broader community celebration, carrying the meaning of praying for bountiful harvests, good health, and prosperous, happy lives for all households. B. Bullfighting Festival. Cattle are vital to the Hmong, serving as both draft animals and a source of income. For generations, the Hmong in Kalbang have been skilled at raising strong, healthy cattle. On festive occasions, during leisure after harvest, or at Lunar New Year, families with large and robust animals often gather for bullfighting, creating a cultural tradition that reflects their identity. For the Hmong, bullfighting is a true festival. When one village organizes the event, people from nearby communities also bring their cattle to compete, making the celebration lively and joyful. The festival not only encourages livestock raising, but also offers a chance for herders to meet, exchange knowledge, and share experiences in cattle farming. C. New Rice Offering Festival. The Hmong do not set a fixed date for the New Rice Offering Festival. Instead, the timing depends on the ripening of the rice in each harvest. The scale of the ritual, whether simple or elaborate, varies according to each family's conditions. Thus, when the rice ripens, every Hmong household holds its own New Rice Offering Festival. Whether celebrated within a family, a clan, or together as a whole village, the season of ripening rice always turns into a festive occasion for the Hmong people. The offering tray for the new rice ceremony includes a large bowl of rice with several spoons placed upside down, 3 cups of rice wine for the host, the household deity, and the deceased parents, a bowl of chicken broth, a plate of chopped chicken, along with fruits, cakes, and candies. After arranging the offerings in the middle of the house facing the main door, the host, always a man, performs the rituals. He lights incense at the household deity's altar, the kitchen, and both main doors, then recites prayers asking for blessings from the household deity, spirits, and ancestors, wishing for peace, harmony, favorable weather, and a bountiful harvest. At the conclusion of the ceremony, the family sets out festive meals to welcome relatives and guests, sharing food, drinks, and best wishes. The Hmong believe that only after the new rice ceremony may the newly harvested rice be consumed. More than a ritual, it is a joyful occasion for family members, relatives, and neighbors to gather, share stories, and strengthen communal bonds. 2.2 Rituals. A. Childbirth Ritual. For the Hmong people in Tai Nguyen, the birth of a child is considered a major event, accompanied by numerous taboos and rather elaborate rituals. When a baby is just born, it is bathed with boiled water that has been cooled. During the first month after childbirth, the mother only eats hot rice with chicken meat and drinks boiled water. They usually avoid eating white feathered or speckled chickens, and instead of stir-frying or braising, the meat is only boiled or cooked in soup, as it is believed to help the mother produce more milk. After 1 week, the mother is bathed with medicinal leaves, but must refrain from doing laundry for 1 month. Only after the first month can the baby be carried outside, and the mother is allowed to leave the house. According to custom, the maternal grandmother brings her daughter a baby carrier, a chicken, and some sticky rice. In the first 3 days, or sometimes during the first month, a branch with green leaves is placed at the gate or doorway as a sign to outsiders not to enter the house. B. The naming and soul-calling ceremony. First, family members choose a few possible names for the baby. Like the Vietnamese Kin system, Hmong names have 3 parts: family name, middle name, and given name. Boys usually have the middle name is A, while girls have Thi. Names are selected for both sound and meaning, carrying the family's wishes and blessings. In daily life, Hmong names are often used together with the middle name. For example, Ofu, a Do. Hmong families often name their youngest son Do and their youngest daughter Do. Traditionally, Hmong boys are given the middle name A, similar to Van in Kin culture. Later, upon reaching adulthood, men may change their middle name through a ritual affirming their maturity, family stability, and respected place in the community. C. Wedding Ritual. To prepare for the wedding, the groom's family invites relatives to discuss and arrange the bridal offerings. Along with pork, chicken, cash, and various items, pipe tobacco and corn wine are indispensable at the start of the negotiations. The ancestral offering tray must include 5-colored sticky rice and pork, usually prepared by the groom's mother or an elder woman in the family. Upon arriving at the bride's house, if the door is closed, the matchmaker must sing the song "Request to Open the Door." Usually, the bride's family has already opened the door to welcome the guests. Afterwards, they share tobacco. Once the matchmaker finishes singing the request for tables and chairs song, a wine table is set, and both families drink together. The matchmaker then presents the offerings to the bride's family, including pork, chicken, corn wine, men, sticky rice, and cash. 2.3. Traditional cuisine. When you visit Mong villages in areas like Donghi, Dinhua, Vonai, and Fuluang, the rich and distinctive flavors of their traditional dishes highlight the unique culture of the local people. Living on high mountains, surrounded by forests and facing constant sun, wind, and mist, the Mong people have long been connected to corn, considering it their main food source. They are not only skilled at growing and caring for corn, but also excellent at preparing it into many flavorful and appealing dishes. When talking about the cuisine of the Mong people in the north, the following dishes must be mentioned. Thang ko. This is a traditional dish of the Hmong ethnic group. The special nature of thang ko lies in how the Hmong prepare it. Thang ko is made from horse meat, and when cooked, no part of the horse's body is discarded, not even the not-so-clean large intestine. Later, other ethnic groups adapted the dish, using buffalo, beef, or pork and adding various spices to create different flavors unique to each region. However, the most delicious thang ko remains the traditional horse meat version made by the Hmong people in the northwest. Men is a dish that symbolizes the Hmong community's remarkable adaptability to a difficult life and harsh nature. To get delicious men, it takes a lot of time and complex, meticulous steps. After harvesting, the corn is separated from the cob and ground, then sifted to remove large kernels and husks. After that, the cornmeal is mixed with a suitable amount of water so that it doesn't clump or become too dry. The kneading is often done by someone with cooking experience to ensure the dish has the correct flavor. Next, the cornmeal is placed in a steamer over a fire and steamed twice. The first steaming time depends on the type of corn. If it's young corn, it's done once the water at the bottom of the pot boils and a lot of steam rises from the top. If the cornmeal is from mature corn, it takes longer. Since the first steaming doesn't cook it all the way, a suitable amount of water is added, and the mixture is stirred well to prevent clumping. Once the cornmeal becomes fluffy again, it's put back in the steamer for a second time, keeping the fire to moderate level so the men cooks evenly. Corn wine. Perhaps the most appealing item for Hmong men is corn wine. Most Hmong regions use corn as the main ingredient to make wine. Thanks to the unique flavor of the local corn, combined with a yeast made from hong mi seeds and a fermentation and distillation technique passed down through generations, the Hmong have created a type of wine with its own delicious and rich flavor. Smoked meat. Meat hung in the kitchen. This is a traditional Hmong New Year dish made from pork belly, ham, or shoulder of local black pigs. After being cleaned, dried, and marinated with salt and wine, the meat is hung above the kitchen hearth until the skin turns golden and the fat becomes translucent. Before eating, it's soaked, sliced, and stir-fried with garlic leaves. The result is rich, sweet, lean meat, soft fat, and crispy, smoky skin, creating an irresistible flavor. Lao Kwai cake. Also called Lu Kwai or Ro Kwai, this cake made from cornmeal is an essential part of the New Year celebration. Due to their tradition of settling in clans, the Hmong community works together to make a large batch of Lao Kwai cake to last until the end of the first lunar month. This type of cake is often prepared by the Hmong people in the northwest for festivals Tet or to sell at weekly markets, where it is very popular. Pho chua, sour pho. A simple but notable dish is pho chua of Bakha. Unlike regular pho chua requires pho noodles, sour broth, sour pickled vegetables, fermented soybeans, roasted peanuts, and chili sauce. This is considered a simple dish because the pho noodles are made from local rice, and the fermented soybeans in particular are prepared meticulously, taking up to 3 months to make a good jar. Over time and through many changes, the culinary culture of the Hmong ethnic group has always maintained its unique and appealing character. The hearts and spirits of the Hmong people in Tainguanyin province are expressed through each delicious, attractive dish, demonstrating their hospitality in the high mountains. 2.4 Language and Proverbs. 2.41 The Mong language. The Hmong language belongs to the Hmong Mian language family. It is one of the languages with a long history and plays an important role in preserving the cultural identity of the Mong people. The Hmong language is not only a means of daily communication, but also a repository of history, traditions, and folk knowledge. One of the most distinctive features of the Mong language is its rich tonal system. Similar to Vietnamese, Mong is a monosyllabic tonal language, with multiple tones used to distinguish meanings. For example, the word ma can mean mother, horse, or stranger, depending on the tone used. The subtle use of tones gives the language its unique melodic rhythm when Hmong people speak, sing, or tell stories. Today, in order to preserve and promote their language, the Hmong people have developed several writing systems. One of the most widely used is the Hmong Latin script, Hmong RPA, which is based on the Latin alphabet. The creation of a writing system has helped the Hmong language be more widely used in education, media, and cultural activities, ensuring that it continues to be passed down to future generations. 2.4.2 The Hmong Proverbs. Proverbs or idioms of the Hmong people are an indispensable part of their rich folk literature. These short and concise sayings contain profound life philosophies, practical production experiences, and moral values accumulated over many generations. Hmong proverbs often use familiar images from mountainous life, such as plants, animals, and natural phenomena, to convey deep and meaningful lessons. Cutting a tree, look for dry branches first. When speaking, be mindful of those above and below. The buffalo relies on its horns, the horse relies on its legs. One who knows how to weave doesn't waste the shuttle. One who knows how to speak doesn't waste words. A young calf that doesn't die will grow into a strong bull. An orphan boy who survives will grow into a brave man. Parents are like the pillars of the sky. Siblings are like a forest of trees. In addition, Hmong proverbs also reflect valuable experiences in agricultural production. Many sayings describe natural laws, traditional farming methods, and suitable planting times, helping people improve productivity. Proverbs are also a means for the Hmong to educate their children about proper behavior, respect for elders, and the preservation of cultural values. These proverbs are not only lessons or experiences, but also the voice of the Hmong people's soul. They serve as a bond connecting generations, helping to preserve and pass down the beautiful values of Hmong culture. Despite the many changes of modern life, proverbs still hold an important place, guiding the moral principles and way of life of the Hmong people. 2.5 Young Hmong people and ethnic identity in the modern era. In the modern era, young Hmong people are making an effort to preserve and revitalize their ethnic identity by reviving traditional costumes, using ancient indigo dyeing and beeswax drawing techniques, and combining these with cultural promotion activities on social media and through community projects. This effort helps to maintain the beauty of Hmong culture amidst a modernizing society. Today's young Hmong generation has more opportunities to access education and information from the outside world, including popular culture. The development of social media and the internet has opened up a new world, leading many young Hmong people to become less interested in traditional customs. Instead of intricate brocade costumes, they tend to choose modern, more convenient clothing. Instead of participating in village festivals, they might spend their time on other forms of entertainment. As young people ourselves, we need to join hands to preserve, protect, and develop the cultural values of the Hmong community in Tai Nguyen province in particular, and the Hmong people nationwide in general. Currently, on digital platforms like TikTok and YouTube, many young people are promoting Hmong ethnic identity through various engaging videos. This creativity is also reflected in the stylized Hmong ethnic costumes, which still retain the vibrant, characteristic patterns of the Hmong people. Readers can visit the TikTok channel, which we founded, to see more unique images of Hmong culture in Tai Nguyen province. Chapter 3: Current Preservation and Promotion of Hmong Cultural Identity. The Hmong people in Quang Van Lang possess many unique cultural traditions. However, much of this heritage remains little known, and some customs and practices are gradually disappearing. In response, the Hmong community in Quang Van Lang aspires to hold a cultural and sports festival to help preserve and promote their identity. In addition, the Hmong people in Dong He maintain a vibrant cultural life. Mr. Vuong Van Lao, a respected elder of Lan Quan hamlet in Tan Long Commune, shared that in the past their oral traditions included many genres. Myths about heroic figures who taught the Mong how to cultivate corn, rice, and flax for weaving, folk tales about animals, love songs, Go Plen, and wedding songs, Go Suong. These songs were once sung while working in the fields, going to the market, or attending festivals. Today, however, many have been forgotten, and only a few people can still sing them. The community hopes that the authorities will organize a special festival for the Mong to showcase and preserve these cultural traditions. The Mong in this region belong to Light Mong subgroup. With 521 households and 2,703 people, they live in 9 hamlets across Quang Son and Van Lang communes. In terms of cultural heritage, the community now preserves only a few daily practices, such as their native language and the preparation of men, a traditional corn dish. Many other traditions are fading. Fewer people wear traditional clothing. Musical instruments once used in folk activities, such as bamboo pipes and leaf flutes, are no longer crafted or maintained, and rituals and festivals like Gao Tao, or the New Rice Celebration, once held to pray for good weather and bountiful harvests, are no longer practiced. Faced with this situation and responding to the community's desire to hold a Hmong culture and sports festival, we plan to organize the event at the end of 2014 to help preserve Hmong cultural identity. Unlike the first festival in 2012, which was limited to Lan Quan hamlet, Tan Long Commune, this event would expand to all Hmong villages in the area. Main activities would include traditional costume shows, folk music and dance performances, sports competitions, traditional games such as tung con, bird fighting, spinning tops, tug of war, stick pushing, and Hmong cuisine, sticky rice, men, etc. Chapter 4. The role of bilingual education and digital learning materials in preserving cultural identity. Honoring and promoting national cultural identity in the context of integration is a top priority for every community. In this journey, bilingual education and digital learning materials act as 2 solid pillars, mutually supportive in preserving traditional values while opening the door to global integration. 4.1. Bilingual education. The foundation of culture. Language is the soul of a nation, a treasure trove that stores its history, culture, and philosophy. Bilingual education is not simply about learning 2 languages. It's a method that helps the younger generation acquire international knowledge while strengthening and enriching their mother tongue. This is especially important in a globalized world, where intense cultural exchange can erode traditional values. When students learn about history, literature, or geography in their native language, they gain a deeper understanding of their roots, national heroes, and cherished customs. This not only helps them use the language fluently, but also fosters a strong sense of national pride, creating a unique and lasting identity. The mother tongue becomes a bridge between the past and the present, helping them appreciate and promote their ancestors' heritage. 4.2. Digital learning materials, the gateway to knowledge. If bilingual education is the foundation, then digital learning materials are the effective tool for spreading culture. With the advancement of technology, cultural values are no longer confined by space and time. Digital platforms like ebooks, videos, educational apps, and online museums have revolutionized how we access traditional knowledge. A lecture on Tanguin Gongs, a video tutorial on Dongho paintings, or an app for learning gnome characters can be shared widely, allowing anyone, anywhere to access them. Digital materials also make the preservation of intangible cultural heritage easier. Ancient dances, folk songs, and the knowledge of artisans can be digitized and stored permanently, preventing them from being lost when the generations of creators are gone. Furthermore, digital materials make learning about culture more vibrant and engaging. Instead of just reading books, students can interact with 3D models of historical sites, listen to ancient music, or participate in games that simulate traditional festivals. This not only sparks curiosity, but also forges a strong connection between the learner and the national culture. 4.3. A perfect combination. The combination of bilingual education and digital learning materials creates a powerful synergy, making the preservation and promotion of cultural identity as effective as possible. The mother tongue is the tool for students to gain a deep understanding of their culture, while digital materials are the means to convey that knowledge widely and creatively. In the context of globalization, bilingual education, and digital learning materials not only help us integrate, but also help us stand firm on our own ground. These two factors are essential in a nation's cultural development strategy, ensuring that national identity is preserved, promoted, and continues to shine in the new era.